So, in this session, I had to explain some basic concepts of cloud computing, basic concepts of cloud computing, and also in this session, we are going to discuss how we had to create AWS free tier account, how to create AWS free tier account, free tier account. And also in this session, we are going to discuss the AWS global infrastructure, and we are going to discuss how to launch and connect the Windows server, how to launch and connect the Linux server, and how to transfer files from your local laptop to, that is, local system to Linux server or the Windows server. First, I had to explain how to transfer files from local system to launched Linux server. And then I had to explain how to transfer files from local system to launched Windows server. Local system to launched Windows server. And also in this session, how the Linux server you make as a web server. Linux server you make as a web server. For that, what are the steps we had to follow? Similarly, how the launched Windows server you make as a web server. You make as a web server. For that, what are the steps we had to follow? Those concepts today's session one by one we had to discuss. First, we had to discuss about the basics of cloud computing. Basics of cloud computing. That is nothing but first, what is cloud computing? Say anyone has to answer. What is the cloud computing? What is the cloud computing? What is the cloud computing? That is the cloud computing, which is defined as storing and accessing data and computing services using the internet connection. So what I am defining, the cloud computing, that is which is defined as storing and accessing data and computing resources using the internet connection, using the internet connection, right? We had to store the data and we are accessing the data and the computing resources via by using the internet connection. Here we cannot store any data on your personal computer. That is, it does not store it does not store any data on your computers, on your personal computers, right? Here we can access data using the internet connection. It is providing based on demand availability of computing services. The cloud computing, it is providing on demand availability of computing services. On demand availability of computing services. On demand availability of computing services is nothing but you want the servers, it is providing the servers. You want to connect the database, then it is providing the database. You want the networking, then the cloud computing is providing the networking, right? If like that, that is, it is providing the on demand computing services are providing. It does not store any data on your personal computer using the cloud computing, using the cloud computing. Sir, what are the examples for the cloud computing? I am saying the public cloud examples. I am saying the AWS, Amazon Web Services, the Azure, and Google Cloud, and IBM. Those are the examples for the cloud computing. So the cloud computing, which is defined as storing and accessing data and computing resources via by using the internet connection. We cannot store any data. It does not store any data on your personal computer, on your personal computing. The cloud computing, which is providing on-demand availability of computing services, like you want the servers, it is providing the server. You want the database, it is providing the database. You want to create the virtual private cloud, it is providing the virtual private cloud. That is nothing but the cloud computing is providing on-demand availability of computing services are providing. Those are the examples. Those are the examples. Now, I have mentioned what are advantages, what are advantages of the cloud computing. The cloud computing, the advantages I have mentioned, some of the advantages I have mentioned, I am not including all those things. One is, using the cloud computing, we have to store unlimited storage capacity. That is, we have to store unlimited storage capacity. Storage capacity is provided. Unlimited storage capacity. Storage capacity. See, in your laptop, you are using 500 GB hard disk. You want to upgrade the hard disk capacity. Then what we have to do? Simply, you are purchasing the hard disk. That is as per your requirement. You need to 1 TB. Then you are purchasing the hard disk, and then we are replacing. But whereas in the cloud environment you are using, whatever as per the needs, it is providing the storage capacity. That is nothing but whatever you need the capacity, storage capacity, that storage capacity will be provided. That is one of the advantages using the cloud computing is it is providing unlimited, sir, unlimited storage capacity it is providing. And also one more advantage here, you are using the AWS means he is the provider. It provides whatever the services is providing, all the services that are there. But what service you are using, but that service only you are paying the money. That is nothing but, that is nothing but here the services are paper usage model. Paper usage model. That is on which service you are using, only for that service you are paying the amount. You are not using the service, you are not pay the money to the provider, right? That is nothing but the services are paper usage model. And also one more advantage, one more advantage. See, you are maintaining physically, for that you are recruiting the employees. That is to maintaining the servers, to maintaining the networks, to maintain the databases, right? To maintain the monitoring, all those things, you are recruiting many employees. But you are using the cloud environment, no need to recruit more employees, so that the maintenance cost is very, very low. You are not maintaining the servers, you are not maintaining the storage. The provider has to maintain. Just you are using the service. But then the maintenance cost is very, very low. That is a low maintenance cost. Low maintenance cost. When you compare to the normal, the maintenance cost is very, very low. The maintenance cost is very, very low. Maintenance cost is very, very low. And one more advantage using the cloud computing is it is providing the excellent accessibility. It is providing excellent accessibility is providing. Excellent accessibility can be provided. Means, see, with internet connection, it is providing the services. We can access your data. We can access your server. That is 24 by 7, 365 days at any time, any place, any location, you are accessing the service. That is nothing but it is providing the excellent accessibility. Wherever the internet connection is there, then you can connect your services. You can use your services. That is nothing but the excellent accessibility can be provided. And one more advantage using the cloud computing is, using the cloud computing is, sir, you want to collaborate with your work to others, then we can easily collaborate it on your work with others. But then there is a improved collaboration feature is there. There is the improved collaboration feature is there in the cloud computing. If you want to collaborate with other users, that is, it is providing improved collaboration. Improved collaboration is providing. And also, one more advantage I have mentioned that using the cloud computing, if you want to take the backup of your data, we can take the backup and restoring your data. That facility is there. That is backup and restoring the data. Backup and restoring data. Restoring data. That is providing one of the advantage. That is providing one of the advantage. Restoring the data, it is providing. Backup and restore data, it is providing. That is the snapshot. We are taking the snapshot for your volume. Then we have to restore the data using the cloud environment. It is providing. And also, I have mentioned one more advantage. Whatever the data you are storing on the cloud environment, for that data, it is providing the security. It is providing security. Those are some of the advantages I have mentioned using the cloud computing. Fine. Now, sir, what type of deployment models are supported in the cloud computing? They are nothing but the clouds, types of clouds. We also call it as a cloud deployment model. Cloud deployment models. The cloud computing, it is providing the four types of deployment models are there. The four types of deployment models are: one is public cloud, second one is private cloud, and third one is hybrid cloud, and the fourth one is community cloud. Community cloud. Those are the four types of clouds are represented. They are nothing but cloud deployment model. See, you are using the public cloud. It is open to all users. That is to storing the data, to accessing the information via by using the internet connection. Here, the services we are using based on paper usage model. Paper usage model. So here in public cloud, computing resources are managed and operated by cloud service provider. CSP stands for cloud service provider. Cloud service provider. Here in public cloud, the resources means servers, databases, networking, Lambda service, everything. They are the resources. Who has to manage? Cloud service provider. Sir, what are the examples for the public cloud? The examples for the public cloud is the AWS, Amazon Web Services, Azure, Azure, Google Cloud. Those are the examples. Now, the another one is another type of the cloud is private cloud. Private cloud, the name itself which is representing. We also call it as the private cloud. We also call it as the internal cloud, or we may call it as the corporate cloud. Corporate cloud. The private cloud, the another name is internal cloud or corporate cloud. It is used by the organization to build and manage their own data centers internally or by using the third party. Here, it can be deployed. It can be deployed using open source tools. They are using the open source tools is that is OpenStack, and the Eucalyptus clouds they are using. And Eucalyptus clouds they are using. Eucalyptus clouds are using. Next, the hybrid cloud is nothing but the combination of the public and the private cloud. Combination of public cloud and the private cloud. That is nothing but the hybrid cloud. Here, combination of public and the private cloud is nothing but the hybrid cloud. The hybrid cloud is partially secure. Why I am saying that the hybrid cloud is partially secure is here the services which are running on the public cloud, the services which are running on the public cloud can be accessed by anyone, while the services which are running on the private cloud only the organization users are accessing. That's why you are using the hybrid cloud is nothing but it is providing partially secure. Partially secure. What are the examples for the hybrid cloud? The examples for the hybrid cloud is Gmail. The example for the hybrid cloud is Gmail and your Google Drive, Google Drive, and Office 365, Office 365. Those are the examples for the hybrid cloud. Those are the examples for the hybrid cloud. Next, the another type of the cloud is community cloud. That is group of organizations. They are combined together. They are forming the cloud. Such type of cloud is nothing but the community cloud. Such type of cloud is nothing but the community cloud. The examples for the community cloud is healthcare community system, healthcare community system, and education community system. They are combined, the common features they are implemented. Such type of cloud is nothing but the community cloud. So those are nothing but the types of cloud or the cloud deployment model. And also in this today's session, the basics of cloud computing, we are discussing the cloud delivery models. Cloud delivery models. The cloud computing is providing the three types of delivery models. Three types of delivery models. Three types of delivery models are there. The three types of delivery models are: one is infrastructure as a service. The infrastructure as a service. Second one is platform as a service. That is, it is represented as platform as a service. And third one is software as a service. Software as a service. Software as a service. Those are nothing but the cloud delivery models. How many cloud delivery models are there? Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Now, we look at this, the cloud delivery models. I had to explain with one slide. I am explaining the cloud delivery models. The cloud computing is providing the three types of delivery models are there. The three types of delivery models are, see that the three types of delivery models are: one is infrastructure as a service, second one is platform as a service, third one is software as a service. See, you are not using the cloud delivery model, that is in on-premises environment, to develop the application. Everything you have to take care. That is networking, you will take care. Will take care of the storage, servers, virtualization, which operating system you are using to develop your application. That's the operating system selection, middleweights, some tools to develop your application, which platform you are using, that is Java or Python or something, and we can test the application and then we can develop your application. That is in on-premises environment, everything you will take care. Everything you will take care. But whereas the cloud delivery model you are using, that is infrastructure as a service. Look at this diagram. Look at this diagram. The networking, storage, servers, virtualization. You no need to take care. The others has to manage. See that this color representation is others has to manage. Sir, who has to manage others? Whoever providing the service, that person has to manage. Suppose if we are using AWS, AWS will take care of networking, storage, servers, virtualization. They will take care. Only we have to take care of, you have to manage the operating system, middleware to develop your application. We have to choose the tools and the platform runtime, and then finally we have to deploy your application. That is, we'll take care of this one only. You are using the infrastructure as a service. Sir, what are the example for the infrastructure as a service? The example for the infrastructure as a service is the AWS, Amazon Web Services, and Azure, Google Cloud. Those are the example for the infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. Fine. You are using the cloud delivery model, platform as a service, See here in the diagram, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, others has to manage. Only you will take care of runtime and the application. Runtime and the application. You will take care of these only. These only. The example for platform as a service is salesforce.com. Salesforce.com. Next, the another cloud delivery model is software as a service. See, in the software as a service, everything, see here, that is networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, and the application, everything has to managed by others. Everything has to managed by others. Then, what is your role? You have to use the application. For usage of the application, you are paying the amount. You are paying the amount monthly or yearly basis. So tell me the examples for software as a service. Now you are listen my online sessions using Teams app. That is the example for software as a service. Zoom meeting, go to meeting, and your college is using the ERP system. That is also the example for software as a service. See, you are listen my session using the Teams app. You are not thinking about what networking is used, how much storage is used, which server to develop application. That is, you are not thinking about that one. Just you are using the service. That's why the college is paying the money. That is yearly. Yearly the college is paying the money, that is using this Teams app, right? That is nothing but the software as a service. So the cloud computing is providing the three types of delivery models. The three types of delivery models are nothing but infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service, right? So those are nothing but the cloud computing basics I am representing. Cloud computing basics I am representing. Now, in this session, I'm going to explain that is one more concept is how we had to create your AWS free tier account. To create your AWS free tier account, to create your AWS free tier account, that is you need the three things are required. You need the three things are required. The three things are one is your your mail ID. Second one is your credit card or debit card is required. Credit card or debit card is required. And third one is your mobile number is required. Third one is your mobile number is required to create your AWS free tier account. Now I had to explain how we had to create the AWS free tier account. That's I had to explain. For that I prepared the material how we had to create your AWS account. See that, see that here you had to click on this link. I'll send it in the chat box. This is the link to create your AWS account. To create your AWS account, friends, I'll send it in the chat box. Chat option is there. This is the link to create your AWS free tier account. To create your AWS free tier account. Fine. So for that, first we had to click on this link. Already I have the AWS account. That's why I'm not creating AWS free tier account. Here, first step is we had to enter your email ID. We had to enter your mail ID. And then we had to click on, we had to enter the account name. AWS account name, we had to enter it. That is, to give the account name that is globally unique, we had to give it the AWS account name. And then click on verify mail ID. Click on verify mail ID. That is, in the first step, when you are click on this link, then we have to select your mail ID, and then you have to give your account name. You have to give your AWS account name. So the AWS account name must be unique. And then click on verify email address. After click on verify email address to your mail ID, to your mail ID, you have received the verification code. That verification code you have to enter it here. That is. Whatever the verification code you are received to your mail ID, that verification code we have to enter it here. And then click on verify option. Click on verify option. After that, after entering your verification code, then we have to enter the password. You have to enter the password for your AWS account. Again, we have to type it to confirm the password, and then click on continue option. See, to give the password, that is, the password must be 8 characters length. I have mentioned here, password must be 8 characters length, and it contains at least 3 of the following things: uppercase letters. The password contains minimum 3 of these things: uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, alphanumeric characters. Alphanumeric characters. That is, at least the 3 things we have to follow to give the password. Password length is minimum 8 characters. Password length is minimum 8 characters. After entering the password and after confirming the password, click on continue option. And then the next step is you have to enter your details. Enter your details. That is, you are create your AWS account for business purpose or for personal usage purpose. You have to select personal. You are not doing business. You have to select it personal, and you have to give the name, full name, mobile number, country. You have to select it. Address we have to type it. City name we have to specify. State and the postal code, and put the tick mark here. Click on continue option. Click on continue option. After that, you are given the personal information. Then you have to fill your card details. That is, you are using the credit card or debit card. That credit card number we have to enter it, and the card expiration month and date we have to specify, card holder name, and we have to turn on the card backside. CVV number is there, 3-digit number. That CVV number we have to enter. And then, do you have the PAN card? You have to give the option yes or no, and then click on verify and continue option. After given your card details, then from your AWS account, 2 rupees will be deducted for verification purpose. For that, you receive the OTP to your mobile number. You have to enter the OTP and then click on submit option. Just for verification purpose, 2 rupees is deducted from your account, and then after 12 hours, within 24 hours, your 2 rupees will be credited to your account, credited to your bank account. That's for verification purpose. The 2 rupees will be deducted. Fine, fine. After that, we have to confirm your identity, either text message or voice call. You have to choose anyone. Here I am choosing text message. You have to select the country or region code, and then we have to enter the mobile number. Whatever the security check is appeared on your screen, not in this one, on your screen, whatever the security check is appear, that we have to type it here, and then click on send SMS, and then click on send SMS. We have to enter the verification code. Click on continue. Click on continue. After that, you have to select your plan. That is, your AWS account is basic support or developer support or business support. Friends, you are the student. For practicing purpose, you have to select basic support. It is providing 12 months of the free service. All the services are worked out. I'll tell you what are the limitations. You are creating the AWS free tier account, right? So you have to choose the plan is basic support. It is providing the free service. 12 months of the free service is providing. Now, if you are choosing the developer support, per month you need to pay $29 per month. You have to pay it. You are choosing the business support plan. You have to pay the amount $100 per month, right? So you are for practicing purpose. You have to select the basic support. Click on complete sign up. Click on complete sign up, and then your AWS account is created. It is displaying the message, congratulations, congratulations. Fine, fine. Then after that, you have to select your role, whatever the role you have to select it, and the interested in the DevOps area or whatever you have to select it. Click on submit option. Click on submit option. Now, Already I have the AWS account is there. That's why I'm not creating. I have the AWS free tier account is there. Then when you are click on the AWS login console, you have to click on the management console. After creating your AWS account, within 24 hours, all the services will be worked out. Whatever the provider is providing the services, all the services will be worked out. Sign into the console. Here, just wait. I have to sign out and sign in. Just in the previous session, I am not sign out. That's why. Sign into the console. Sign into the console. We have to select the root user. I am selecting whatever the mail ID you are given for the creation of AWS account. You have to enter the mail ID and then you have to enter the password, whatever the password you are given. Click on sign in. Click on sign in. This is my AWS account. See that at the top right side, my name is displayed. Those are nothing but the availability reasons. In my AWS account, those are the reasons are there. North Virginia region is there, California, Mumbai region, Singapore region. Those many reasons are supported. See, you have to scroll down. At the bottom, upcoming reasons are represented. Upcoming reasons are represented. Those are nothing but recently visited services in my AWS account. In my AWS account. See the cursor moments. See, when you click on the services at the left side top, those many services are provided. Analytics services providing, application integration services providing, blockchain, business application, cloud financial, compute service, container service, database service. Oh, these many services are providing. See that. See that. Those many services are provided. Fine, fine. See, when you are creating your AWS free tier account, see that, see that, that is this link it is providing the AWS global infrastructure. I'll send it in the chat box, students, I'll send it in the chat box, the AWS global infrastructure. See that you also copy and paste it in your browsers, the AWS global infrastructure. When I am click on this link, it is providing the AWS global infrastructure. See that how the AWS is providing their services throughout globally is nothing but based on their data center. See that how many reasons are there? 33 reasons are there. 105 availability zones are there. 105 availability zones are there. See here 33 launched regions, each region with multiple availability zones. So total in the AWS 105 availability zones are there. And also here in this global infrastructure, it is mentioned that see here total 105 availability zones within 33 geographic regions. 33 geographic regions with announced plans of 18 more availability zone in upcoming. They are planning and 6 more AWS regions. The 6 more AWS regions they are planning in upcoming. That is in Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Thailand, and European countries. They are planning to the AWS regions. 6 more AWS regions they are introduced. They are Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Thailand, and the European countries. I have to scroll down in this AWS global infrastructure. It is showing the map. See that green color circles are there. They are nothing but already existed regions. See that the green color circles which are representing already the existed regions. The Mumbai region is there. Hyderabad region is there. They are nothing but already the existed regions. The green color circles in this map which is represented the existed region. See here in the global infrastructure I mentioned that they are planning to introduce 6 more AWS regions in Mexico, New Zealand, Malaysia, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Thailand, and the European countries. See that. See that. Here, this is upcoming region. Upcoming region. Mexico. Red color market is represented. See here, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So, in upcoming regions, they are represented the red color circles which are represented. See here, Thailand, Mexico, Malaysia. right? They are nothing but the upcoming regions, right? This is my AWS account. This link is providing, explaining the global infrastructure, how it is providing their services is throughout their services, their data centers are there. With the help of their data centers, it is providing their services. Okay, I'm creating the AWS free tier account. This is my AWS free tier account. Those are nothing but recently visited services in my AWS account. In my AWS account. Fine, fine, fine. Just wait. Just wait. So I have to delete in my downloads that keypads are there. I can delete those. Fine, fine, fine. Now, now that is in this today's session, I had to explain how we are to create your AWS free tier account. And now I had to explain how to launch and connect the Windows server, how to launch and connect the Linux server. See that to launch the Windows server, what are the steps we had to follow? What are the steps we had to follow? Right? First, you have to open your AWS account. I have to select the region. Here I am selecting nearby region. I am selecting. You may choose any region. You may choose North Virginia, California region, Singapore region, Canada Central region, any region we can select it. But nearby your region, we have to select it. Then only it is working fast. All the regions which are working, no doubt about it. I am selecting the Mumbai region. I am selecting the Mumbai region. That is to launch the Windows server. The first step is we have to select the region. We have to select the region. Here I am selecting the Mumbai region. I am selecting the Mumbai region. Then the next step is to launch the Windows server. You have to select the EC2 service. EC2 stands for the Elastic Cloud Computing. What is EC2? The EC2 abbreviation is the Elastic Cloud Computing. EC2 stands for the Elastic Cloud Computing. Using the EC2 service, you have to launch your servers. For that, you can click on here, or here on left side top services option is there. You have to select the compute service. Under you have to select the EC2 service. EC2 service. See that? See that? Now, one key pair is there. Just wait. I am deleting the key pair. I am deleting the key pair. Click on delete option. And see in the dashboard, one security group I am created just in the previous session. Select this one to explain your seniors. Click on delete option. Fine. Now we have to observe on the EC2 service dashboard, we have to observe how many instances are running? 0. How many instances are there? 0. How many key pages are there? 0. How many security groups are there? One security group. That is nothing but the default security group. Fine. How many volumes are there? 0. Snapshots are 0. That's we have to observe. That's we have to observe. Now, I launch the Windows server. I launch the Windows server. For that, here on the EC2 service, left side, under the instances option is there. Then we have to click on launch instant option. Here, is there any instances are there? No, no, no. Here, we have to select the EC2 service. The second step is we have to select the EC2 service. How we have to select the EC2 service? Here at the top, services option is there. Under the services, we have to select the compute service. Under, we have to select the EC2 service. We have to select it. After that, then the next step is we have to launch the instant. We have to launch the instant. Instant is nothing but your Windows mission or your virtual mission. Instant or the virtual mission or the mission, all are the same terminology. Then here at the left side, under the instances are there. Now we have to click on launch instances. Now I am given the instant name is, that is Windows Server I am given. You may give any name. I am given the name is the Windows server and given. That is, the next step is we have to give the instant name. We have to give the instant name. I am given the instant name is the Windows server I am given. Then the next step is to launch the Windows server. The next step is we have to select the operating system. We have to select the operating system. We have to select the operating system. That is nothing but AMI image. AMI stands for Amazon Mission Image. Amazon Mission Image. Here I am selecting the Windows I am selecting. The Amazon Mission Image is Windows. Because I am launching the Windows server, you have to select the operating system images. The Amazon operating system image is Windows. You have to select this. You have to select this one, Windows. Now, see that if we click on this arrow mark, some of them are providing free tier eligible one. Scroll down, scroll down. Some of them are not mentioned anyone. Means they are the paid version. Paid version. See that. So you are for practicing purpose, you have to select Amazon Mission Image is a free tier eligible one. We have to select it. After that, it is showing the AMI ID. This is the AMI ID. Fine, fine. There's the second step. You have to select the operating system image. I'm selecting the Windows free tier eligible one. I am selecting. Then the next step is we have to select the instant type. We have to select the instant type. Select the instant type. See here. I'm selecting the region is Mumbai region. See, when we click on this one, compare instant types. See, in the Mumbai region, how many instant types are there? 518 instant types are there. As per your business needs, we have to select the instant types. Accordingly, it is providing CPUs and the RAM capacity and the hard disk it is providing. See, when you are launching in any server, the three things are required. The three things are, one is CPU is required, that's a common, and second one is your RAM capacity is required, and third one is your hard disk. Your hard disk. You may launch the any server. It may be the Linux or it may be the Windows. These are common. That is CPU, RAM capacity, and the hard disk. And the hard disk. See here in the Mumbai region, how many instant types are there? 518 instant types are there. Instant type it is providing the CPUs, memory, and the network performance it is providing. See here I am selecting T2.2 extra large. If I am selecting the instant type is this one, it is providing 8 CPUs. See that? How many CPUs it is providing? 8 CPUs. 32 GB memory it is providing. The network performance is moderate. Moderate. Accordingly, you are getting bill. Accordingly, you are getting bill. Even though you are using a free tier, I'll tell you what the free service it is providing. Now, if you are selecting the T3.2 extra large also, same it is providing 8 CPUs, 32 GB memory, and the network performance is up to 5 gigabit. Like that, in the Mumbai region, total 518 instant types are there. See that you are selecting this instant, how many CPUs it is providing? 36. How much memory it is providing? 60 GB. Network performance 10 gigabytes. Accordingly, you are getting bill. No doubt about it. So you are the student for practicing purpose. Remember, friends, for practicing purpose, you have to select the instant type is T2.micro. It's a free service. It is providing 750 hours per month. It is providing. It is providing the 12 months of the free service. It is providing. You are selecting the T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. It is providing. So I am selecting the instant type is T2.micro. T2.micro. It is providing here also it is representing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. So how many CPUs it is providing? You are selecting the instant type is T2.micro, 1 CPU, 1 GB memory it is providing. That is, we have to select the instant type. Here, we have to select which instant type we have to select it for practicing purpose. That is T2.micro we have to select it. You are selecting the T2.micro. It is providing how many CPUs? 1 CPU, 1 GB memory it is providing. Fine, fine. Next, to connect this mission, you need one key is required. If already key pairs are there, we have to select the existing key pairs also. Now, I am creating the key pair. For that, click on create key pair. I am given the key pair name is, that is Windows Server key I am given. Copy this key pair name and paste it in the notepad. That is, in the next step is, we have to create the key pair. We have to create the key pair. Key pair. I am given the key pair name is Windows Server key I am given. Windows Server key I am given. Then we have to select the private key file format, PEM file format, key pair type we have to choose RSA. Remember, private key file format, PEM file format we have to select. Don't choose PPK. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option. See that in my downloads, Windows Server key PEM file is there. Fine, fine. Scroll down. Then the next step, to launch the Windows Server network settings. Here we have to click on edit option. I have to select the default VPC. Right now I am not explaining the VPC concept. In upcoming, you can create your own VPC also. VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud. Right now, we have to select the default VPC. That is, in the next step is, we can click on network settings. Network settings. Here we have to click on edit option. We have to choose the default VPC. We have to choose it. And the subnet preference. Subnet preference. You are not given any preference. You are not given any preference. See that. See that. I'm not given any preference. See, in the Mumbai region, there are three availability zones are there. AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. Suppose if you are selecting AP South 1A, your Windows server is launched in that availability zone. I'm not given any preference. I'm not given any preference. As it is, I'm given default. Auto and public AP, that is enabled. For security purpose, firewalls are used. The security group I am created for easy understanding purpose. The security group name I am given as Windows Server SG I am given. Copy this security group name and paste it in the description, and also we have to paste it in the notepad. This is the security group name I am given. Security group name I am given. Next. Next. Here you are launching the Windows Server. Here the inbound security group rules are, the type you are launching the Windows Server, type is RDP. Protocol is TCP. Port range is 3389. Source type, it is providing three types it is providing. My IP address if I am given, my laptop IP address it is providing. Suppose if I am given custom, then the administrator has to enter the IP address, system IP address. For that mission only it is connected. If I am chosen anywhere, if you know the PEM file format, you know the credential, then anywhere, any system, we can connect the Windows server. I'm selecting the source type is anywhere I am selecting. Remember friends, for Windows server, the type is RDP. And the port range is 3389. In the next, to launch the Linux server, I am asking the question. Type is RDP and the port range is 3380. You have to remember, friends. Then the next step is scroll down. The next step is, you are launching the Windows server. The default, it is providing 30 GB. 30 GB storage it is providing. That is 30 GB storage it is providing. That is nothing but the storage, the ninth step. Default it is providing 30 GB storage it is providing. Then I'm not given any additional volume of data. I'm not given right now. I'm not given any advanced details. And then click on launch instant. Click on launch instant. Instant is launched in Mumbai region. What is the next step? You have to click on launch the instant. Launch the instant. Launch the instant. That is, the instant is launched in Mumbai region. Just refresh it. See, friends, what is the instant state? Pending. Pending. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Once the instant state is running, then I am connecting the Windows server. Windows server. See that? See that? Just refreshing the browser. Then what the instant state? Running. running. Now, see, if you move this scroll bar, it is also showing the details. This is the instant name, Windows Server, instant ID, instant state is running. And while launching the instant, I am selecting the instant type is T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. Status check right now, it is showing initializing. Alarms I am not given. Availability zone. Here in network setting, I am not given any preference. It is launched in AP South 1E. See that. And this is public IPv4 DNS. This instant name is launched. This is the public IPv4 for this instant. Elastic IP address I am not using. IPv6 I am not using. Monitoring I am not using. The security group I am created Windows Server SG. Key pair I am created Windows Server key I am using. This is the launch date and time which is represented. Fine. If you move this scroll bar, it is showing the details. It is showing the details. You are selecting the server, you are selecting the instant. At the bottom also it is showing the details. See that this is the instant ID. This is the public IPv4 of the Windows server. You have to note down on the notepad. Public IP address. This is the public IP address. Public IP address. And then the private IP address also we have to note down. This is the private IP address I have to note down. Private IP address. See that when you select the server, it is showing the public IP address. This is the private IP address. Instant state is running. Public IPv4 DNS. All the details which are showing at the bottom. At the bottom. See here. See here. Now. Now. To connect this Windows server, I have to select the instant or the mission. Go for connect option is there. Here we have to select RDP client. Scroll down. Here you have to copy and paste public DNS of this Windows mission. Copy and paste it, the public DNS in the notepad. And the username is, you have to copy and paste it, the administrator. And then to connect this mission, you need the password. See, to enter in your house, you need the key. Without key, you are not enter in your house. Like that, to connect your Windows mission, you need the password. See, while launching the Windows mission, you are downloading the key pair. The key pair is Windows Server PEM file format you are downloaded. Now click on get password. You have to upload your PEM file. Click on upload option. Where your PEM file is there, in my downloads. Select the PEM file, click on open, scroll down, decrypt the password. Then the password you are getting. Copy this password and paste it here in the notepad. Paste it here in the notepad. Friends, you are using in your laptop or in your desktop, Windows operating system you are using, then you have the remote desktop connection is there. You have the remote desktop connection is there. Suppose you are using the Mac operating system or the Linux operating system, then we have to download remote desktop file. This one we can download it and then we can connect the Windows server. Now in my laptop I am using Windows operating system, so I have the remote desktop connection is there. I am using the remote desktop connection. Click on this one. Then you have to enter the computer. Computer means you have to enter the public DNS of this Windows mission. Public DNS of this Windows mission, or you may copy and paste it the public IPv4 of the mission. See here, this is the public IPv4. You have to enter the public IPv4 also, no problem at all. Or you may copy and paste it the public DNS. This is the public DNS. I copy this one and I paste it here. Paste it here. Then see that here at the bottom show option is there. Here general tab is there, display tab is there, local resources tab is there, experience tab is there. I am selecting the local resources tab. Click on more option. Here we have to check it whether the drivers are enabled or not. If the drivers are enabled, in my laptop any files we can transfer to any drives in the launched Windows server. That's the representation. That's we have to enable the tick mark. Click on OK. Click on connect. Click on connect. You have to enter the username. The username for this Windows machine is the administrator. You have to copy the username as is, and here you need to paste it here, or we have to type it. and we have to enter the password. This is the password for your Windows mission. Copy this password. Even the single character is missing, then it is not connecting your Windows mission. Click on OK. Click on yes. Now it is connecting the Windows server from the Mumbai region data center. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. It is connected the Windows server from Mumbai region data center. Mumbai region data center. Wait for few minutes. Wait for few minutes, friends. It is connected. It is connected. See, friends, I am representing all the points in the notepad I am representing. See, in my class notes also, I am representing all the points. What are the steps we have to follow? I think those steps I will share it in the drive link. Today I can make this one. See that? How to launch and connect the Windows server, all the steps which I am represented in my class notes. I have to select the region, select the EC2 service, click on launch instance. All the points are there. All the points are there. All the steps which are there in my class notes. In my class notes. Fine. Fine. Meanwhile, this I am connecting the Mumbai region. Windows server I am connecting from Mumbai region data center. Meanwhile, see that what are the free services which are providing. When you are creating your AWS free tier account, click on this link. Click on this link. Free tier details which are providing. See that you have to scroll down. You are creating the AWS free tier account. It is providing 12 months of the free service. 12 months of the free service. You have to scroll down. Scroll down. See here. Compute service means the EC2 service. It is providing 12 months of the free service. Per month, 750 hours it is providing the free service. We will read this in carefully. Which type of instances which is providing the free service? T2.micro, here it is mentioned that, or T3.micro. Depends on the reason, it is providing the free service. 750 hours. 750 hours. See that. Amazon EC2, which is providing 750 hours free service per month, it is providing 12 months of the free service. Storage. Storage. Amazon S3, it is providing 5 GB. RDS, 12 months, it is providing the free service. Storage. Database, it is providing 12 months of the free service. Means using the RDS, we are connecting the database. It is providing the 750 hours per month RDS. It is providing the free service. What it is providing in detail, we have to see that. And the see that DynamoDB, it is providing always free. 25 GB, it is providing the free service. Machine learning, it's a free trial. You are using the SageMaker tool. It is providing 2 months of the free service. Even though you are using the free tier, it is providing the 2 months. It is providing the free service. Lambda service, it is providing always free. Always free, it is supported. I have to scroll down. In detail, it is providing DynamoDB, all the details which are providing. See that. See that. We can click on here also. In detail, CloudWatch, it is providing always free. Mobility, it is providing 12 months of the free service it is providing. Desktop and app streaming, it is providing free trial. That is Amazon App Stream. 40 hours it is providing. 40 hours it is providing. Friends, you have to mute your mic. This is the online session. Session will be recorded. 517. Mute your mic. Okay. Fine. Fine. That is in this link it is providing what free services are providing, how many months, how many hours it is providing the free services. Those limitations I am providing in this link. Fine. Fine. Click on this here. I am launching and connecting the Windows server. See, friends, it is showing at the right side details: host name, instant ID, private IP address, public IP address, instance size T2.micro, and memory and network load to moderate it is providing. See, while launching the instant, while launching the Windows mission, default it is providing 30 GB. Where it is 30 GB is there? Click on File Explorer. Here on your launched Windows mission, because this is slow, you are using the free tier T2.micro you are using. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. That's why the performance is very low. Have to click on File Explorer. If the free service is providing, click on this PC. See that? Are you able to see? 30 GB. See that operating system installation and software installation is there. For that, 29.9 GB it is providing. 13.4 GB free of 29. This much free space is there for this Windows mission. 30 GB storage is there, right? So I launch and connect the Windows server. I launch and connecting the Windows server. Fine. Then the next one is how to launch and connect your Linux server. How to launch and connect your Linux server. The same steps we have to follow, but the difference is instead of Windows operating system, we have to select the Linux operating system. Wait, quickly I am launching and connecting the Linux server also. Here we have to select the EC2 service. Same steps, whatever I had to explain the steps. All are same, but we are selecting the operating system is Linux. We have to choose it. The remaining are same. Remaining are same. See that. See that. Here on left side, under the instances are there. I have to click on launch instant. I am given the instant name is Linux server. I am given. You may give any name. Linux. Your roll number we have to give it. Operating system. That is I am selecting Amazon Linux. Retire eligible one we have to select it. It is providing Amazon mission ID. Scroll down. Instant type. See, in the Mumbai region, 518 instant types are there. As per your business needs, we have to select the instant type. You are for practicing purpose, you have to select the free service. That is T2.micro, we have to select it. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. Scroll down. Key pair. You need to create the key pair. Click on create new key pair. I am given the key pair name is, that is Linux server key I am given. Linux server key I am given. Copy this key pair name and paste it in the notepad. Paste it in the notepad. I am given the instant name is Linux server I am given. Linux server I am given. Key pair name is Linux server key I am given. Fine. Key pair type I am chosen RSA. Private key file format I am selecting PEM file format. See that. See that. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option. Then the next step, network settings. Click on edit option. Default as this I am selecting. Default VPC. Subnet preference I am not given. Auto assign public IP that is enable. Security group name I am given as Linux server SG I am given. Copy this security group name and paste it in the description. And also we have to paste it in the notepad. In the notepad. Fine. Fine. Then you are launch the Linux server. Inbound security group rules it is providing. Type is SSH. Port range is 22. Source type is anywhere. Anywhere. So friends, tell me, while launching the Windows server, what is the type it is showing? RTP. Port range is 3389. Now you are launching the Linux server. What is the type it is providing? SSH. Port range is 22 it is providing. Port range is 22. That's we have to note down. So scroll down. Here you are launching the Linux server. Default it is providing 8 GB storage it is providing. To launch the Windows server, default it is providing 30 GB. Here you are launching the Linux server. Default it is providing the 8 GB. It's the root volume. Scroll down. I'm not given any advanced details. I'm not adding any volume. Click on launch instant. Instant is launched in Mumbai region. See that. Refresh the browser. What is the instant state? Pending. Pending. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Once the instant state is running, then I am connecting the Linux server. I am connecting the Linux server. See that? See that? What is the instant state? Pending. Pending. Now the instant state is showing running. Now you are selecting the instant, that is Linux server. At the bottom it is showing the details. Instant ID, public IPv4, private IPv4, instant state, public IPv4 DNS, all the details which are showing at the bottom. At the bottom. Fine. Fine. Now to connect this Linux server, you need one terminal is required. That is the putty or git bash is required. Putty or git bash is required. Now you may use any terminal. I am using putty terminal. I am using. See, in my class material where you need to download the putty software. This is I am providing the link. It's a very small software. I'll send it in the chat box also. This is the software you need to download it. Putty software. This is the link. This is the link I am providing. Copy the link. I'll send it in the chat box. I'll send it in the chat box. See that. See that. When you click on this link, when you click on this link, it is the details. See here, you have to select 64-bit. This one, you can download it. It's a very small software. Just, just, it's a MBs of software only, 3.5 MB software only. Already in my laptop, the putty software is there. That's why I'm not installing the putty software. It's a very small one. Just double click on it. Next, we can click on it. Then your software is installed. Fine, fine. So we can download the software and we can install it, putty software. Now, to connect this Linux server, see, to launch the Linux server, I'm downloading the key paires. I'm downloading the key paires, PEM file format you are downloaded. Linux server key, PEM file you are downloaded. But in the putty software, you need .ppk file format. Putty private key file format it is asking. That's why you need to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format. Sir, how we have to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format? For that, we have to use putty zen. We have to use it. Whenever you are download and you are installing the putty software, automatically the putty zen is also installed. See here in my laptop, putty zen is there. At open putty zen, don't go for generate option. You have to select the load option. Click on load option where your PEM file is there in my downloads. Why it is not showing our PEM file? My PEM file is there in my downloads option. See friends, Linux server key PEM file is there. But I'm selecting in my downloads. In my downloads, my PEM file is not there. What is the reason? Send me in the chat box, friends. What is the reason? My PEM file is not there. What is the reason? Students, are you there? Students, are you there? What is the reason? My PEM file is not there. Here, we have to select the file. All files we have to select it. Now, my PEM file is there. I have to select your PEM file. Click on open. Click on OK. Click on save private key. Click on yes. I am given the file name is that is Linux server key I am given. Same name I am given. But the extension is .ppk. Click on save option. I have to close this one. Now go to your downloads. In earlier, this is not there. System on top of that cap symbol, it is not there. Now it is there. See that it's the ppk file. It's the ppk file. Means I'm converting PEM file format to .ppk file using putty-zen I am converting. Now I had to connect the Linux server. For that, I'm using the putty software I am using. I had to open the putty. Then we had to asking, it is asking enter the IP address or the host name. Host name or the IP address are same. Host name or the IP address are same. I have to select the Linux server, copy the public IPv4. Here we have to paste it here. Here on left side, under SSH, under authentication, AUTH is there. Under we have to choose the credential. Now we have to browse private key file for authentication. You have to browse your .ppk file. Click on browse option where your ppk file is there in my downloads. I have to select your ppk file, that is Linux server key. Select this one. Click on open. Click on open. Click on accept. Now login as. Just wait. I'm changing the appearance. I'm changing the appearance so that the visibility is very clear. Just wait. I'm given 22. I'm given. Click on OK. Click on apply. Login as EC2 -user. Now I am connecting the Linux server. See that? Or are you have any doubt? See, you have copy and paste the IP address. Copy and paste the IP address. Linux server. See that? See that? Open the AWS portal. Copy the private IP address. And here I am pasting. Here I am pasting. These two are same. 172.31.3.77 means I am connecting the Linux machine. I am connecting Linux server. Now you can do your work. You can do your work. Right? Right? So those are the steps we have to follow. How to launch and connect the Windows server. How to launch and connect the Linux server. Linux server. Students, we are not asking any questions. We're not asking any questions. Chat option is there. Chat option is there. See, I'm asking the question to you. You had to answer. You send me in the chat box. Here, why I am given login as EC2 hyphen user? Why I am given as login as EC2 hyphen user? Send me in the chat option. Students, are you there? Students, are you there? Why I am given login as EC2 hyphen user? EC2 hyphen user. The reason is here in my AWS account, we have to select the Linux server. Go for connect option. See that EC2 instant connection is there. See what is the username is there here, EC2 hyphen user. That is the reason here login as I am given EC2 hyphen user. Suppose you are launch and connect the Ubuntu server, the login as Ubuntu. You launch and connect the Red Hat Linux, login as EC2 hyphen user, right? So where you got it, that is we had to select the mission. You have to select the virtual mission, go for connect option. Here EC2 instant connect is there. We have to scroll down. Here the username is there. Here the username is EC2 hyphen user. That's why I am login as EC2 hyphen user. EC2 hyphen user. That's about how we had to launch and connect the Linux server, how to launch and connect the Windows server. See friends, in this session I had to explain the basic concepts of cloud computing, how we had to create your AWS free tier account, how to launch and connect the Windows server, how to launch and connect the Linux server I am explaining. Now, I had to explain those concepts, how to transfer files from your local system to launched Linux server. Launched Linux server. For that, what are the steps we had to follow? What are the steps we had to follow? I had to explain. I had to explain. For that, first we had to launch and connect the Linux server. Launch and connect the Linux server. That's the first step we had to done it. Already I am done the first step. See friends, that is in the EC2 service, I am launching the Linux server and I am connecting the Linux machine using the Putty software. Putty software. That's the first step we had to done it. So in my class notes also I have mentioned that. I have mentioned this point. That is, where is this? In CCV Mass Mutual. Right. Transfer files. See that? See that? The steps I have mentioned. Steps I have mentioned. See here. First we had to launch and connect. This is Windows. Yes, Linux is there. We had to create Linux EC2 mission. Then we had to generate PPK file. Generate PPK file. Already I am connecting the Linux mission also. Then to transfer the files, you need to download a small software. That's I'll send it in the chat box. I'll send it in the chat box. You can download the WinSCP software. WinSCP software. This is the link I am providing. I'll share these class notes to you also. This is the WinSCP software. Here download option is there. We can download the WinSCP software. It's also a small software. It's also a small software. Just 11 MB is there. We can download it and we have to install. Click on next option. Then your WinSCP software is installed. In my laptop, the WinSCP software is there. WinSCP software is there. That is we have to download and install WinSCP software to transfer the files. Fine, fine. See friends, this is newly launched Linux server. Is there any list of files and directories are there? For that we have to type the command, Linux commands we have to type it. ls and join. There is no list of files and directories are there. You want to develop your application. As per your application, you need to install the software and you need to install the packages and you develop your application. You develop your application. Now, I want to transfer files from my laptop to launch the Linux server. For that, we have to install the WinSCP software in your laptop. In your laptop. Already in my laptop, the WinSCP software is there. I had to open the WinSCP software. WinSCP software. Now, now you have to click on new site. Then we have to enter the host name. Host name is nothing but the IP address of the Linux machine. Copy this IP address here. You need to paste it here. IP address. The username is EC2-user. Now, password. Click on advanced option. Here on left side authentication is there. On three dots, you have to browse your PPK file. Click on three dots. Where your PPK file is there? In my downloads. Linux server keep PPK file is there. Click on open. Click on OK. Click on login. Click on accept. Now it is connected. See friends, the right side is your Linux server. No files and directories are there. Here on left side is my laptop files are there. My laptop files are there. See, in my laptop, in D drive, in CCV folder, Mass Mutual folder is there. Those files I need to transfer from my laptop to launched Linux server. But then I have to choose the path. Click on the directory, this symbol, browse it. That is in my laptop, in D drive, CCV folder, Mass Mutual is there. AWS Mass Mutual is there. Click on OK. Click on add. Click on OK. Then on that folder, whatever the files are there, those files are displayed on the left side. I need to transfer those files to the launched Linux server. Before that, I have to see, I have to type the command to know the list of files and directories. I have to type the command ls. No files and directories are there. Fine, fine. Now, I need to transfer those files. This one, just go to the mouse pointer, hold it, drag and drop. See, drag and drop. Next, second one, drag and drop. Like that. How many files you need it? Just drag and drop. Just drag and drop. Drag and drop. You have transferred files from your laptop to launched Linux server. Just drag and drop. See that? See that? I transferred the files from my laptop to launched Linux server. See here? Just drag and drop. Go to the mouse pointer, hold it, drag and drop. Drag and drop. Those are the files I am transferred. Now, in your Linux server, you have to type the ls command. See that those many files are transferred. Those many files are transferred. Right? Right? Those are the steps we have to follow how to transfer files from your system to launched Linux server. For that, first you launch and connect the Linux server, and the second step is you need to install WinSCP software, WinSCP software, and then just drag and drop, just drag and drop, right? And then the one more concept is how to transfer files from your local system to launched Windows server. For that, what are the steps we had to follow? What are the steps we had to follow? See, see, first one is you had to and connect, launch and connect the Windows server. Launch and connect the Windows server. To connect the Windows server using the RDP, we had to enable, we had to check whether the drivers are enabled or not, just the connection of the Windows server I am saying, connection of the Windows server I am saying. Then it's very simple to transfer the files from my laptop to the launched Windows server. See, this is I'm connecting the Windows server. This I'm connecting the Windows server. This one I am connecting the Windows machine. Now I need to transfer files from my laptop. In the desktop, US Notepad file is there. See that? This is the Notepad file is there. I need to transfer this Notepad file from my laptop to launched Windows server. Just right click on it file, copy the file, open the Windows server, where you need to paste it, where you need to transfer it, in the desktop, launched Windows server, right click on it, paste it. Or you need to transfer it on C drive, go to the file explorer, click on this PC, click on C drive and right click on it, paste it. Those are the steps we have to follow to transfer files from my laptop to launched Windows server. See that the same information is there or not? Same information which is there or not? So those are the steps we have to follow to transfer files from my laptop to launched Windows server. Launched Windows server. Fine, fine. Then the next one is how the launched Linux server you make as a web server. For that, what are the steps we have to follow? What are the steps we have to follow? Right? What are the steps we have to follow? See that? See that? To clear the screen, we have to type the command clear. To clear the screen, we have to type the command is clear. How launched Linux server you make as a web server. You make as a web server. For that, I prepared the class material. I prepared the class material. See that? See that? Friends, you remember, this is newly launched Linux server. On that, no softwares are installed, no packages are there. You need to develop your application. As per your application, you need to install the softwares. And then you can develop your application. Right. Now to make as an web server, see that from web browser to web server, first request is done through internet connection. From web server to the browser, the response can be transmitted through internet connection. The examples of the web server are Apache HTTP server, Internet Information Services, NGINX, HTTPD Apache, right? Those are the examples for the web server. Sir, how your Linux server make as web server? For that, we have to follow the two steps. That is, first step is we have to update the repository. You are launch and connect the Linux server. That the repository name is yum repository. Suppose you are launching the Ubuntu, the repository name is apt. That's we have to update the apt repository. Now in this session, I launch and connect the Amazon Linux. So the repository name is yum repository. That the first step is we have to update the yum repository. Then the second step is we have to install web package. Web package. So these two steps we have to follow. That is, we will install HTTPD by Apache, and it will be the two-step process. The first step is we have to update the repository. Second step is we have to install the web package. For that, already I create the Linux EC2 mission and I am connecting the EC2 mission. Now I'll switch to the root user. How we are to switch to the root user? For that, what is the command we are using? See that you are in the user, EC2-user. Now we have to switch to the root user. For that, we have to write the command is, that is sudo su we have to write it. Sudo su, super user do, switch user, super user do. That is, click on enter. Now in earlier, it is in EC2-user. Now you are there in the root user. That is, to switch to the root user, we have to use the command is sudo su. And then we have to update the repository. You are using Amazon Linux. The repository name is yum repository. You are launch and connect the Ubuntu server. The repository name is apt repository. We have to update the repository. How we have to update the repository is yum update space hyphen y. We have to update the repository name. This command you have to write it. Now it is updated. Now it is updated. Then the next step is we have to install the web package. Already I am saying that this is newly launched Linux server. No packages, no softwares are there. As per your requirement, we have to install it. Now I am installing the httpd by Apache, the install web package. For that, you are written the command is yum install httpd hyphen y hyphen y. I am installing. Click on enter. Now it is installed. Now it is installed. It is showing the message is complete. It is showing the message is complete. Whenever you are installing the httpd by Apache, then the HTML directory is created. How we have to move to the HTML directory is by writing, this is the command we have to write it. That is cd space slash var under ww under HTML directory is created. See that you have to move to this directory. Now you are there in this directory. You are there in the HTML directory. After moving this directory, and then we had to create simple index.html file I am creating by using the echo statement. See that using echo within double quotation I am written Amazon Web Services. So in any web application, the one file is common, that the main, that file name is nothing but index.html. I'm displaying the message Amazon Web Services I am displaying. Copy this one, and here I had to run this one. Run this one. Fine, fine. After that, after that, I had to start the web package. How we have to start the web package? Service httpd start. We have to start the web package. Service httpd start. We have to start the package. I'm writing the command is this one. The service httpd is started. After that, we have to write the command. We have to write the command chk config http d is on. Chk http d is on. I have to copy and paste it. Wait. I have to copy this one and first paste it here. And here I am typing in the Linux machine. Click on enter. Click on enter. Now your Linux machine make as web server. Your Linux machine make as web server. Friends, I copy the Linux server IP address. I'll send it in the chat box. I'll send it in the chat box. Chat option is there. I'll send it in the chat box. The Linux server IP address. You have to copy and paste it in your browsers. In your browsers. See, my Linux server make as web server. Send me in the chat option, friends. What result you are getting? Your response is very important. What result you are getting? My Linux server make as web server. When I copy the Linux server IP address, you paste it in your browser, what result you are getting? What result you are getting? See that? See that? We are getting the result is this site cannot be reached. This site cannot be reached. What is the reason behind that? My Linux server make as web server. I copy the public IP address and I'll paste it on the browser. Then we are not getting the result. We're getting the result is this site cannot be reached. What is the reason behind that? What is the reason behind that? See, see friends, while launching the Linux server, I am using the type is SSH and the port range is 22. I am not enabling the type is HTTP. I am not enabling HTTP. HTTP. I am not enabling. The port range is 80. I am not enabling that one. That is the reason you are not getting the result. This site cannot be reached. How we have to enable? How we have to enable? Select the Linux server. Here at the bottom, security tab is there. Scroll down. You have to click on your security group. Here action is there. Click on edit inbound rule. Here add rule option is there. See that. Here only SSH is there. Now you have to add the rule. You have to select this arrow mark, scroll down. We have to select HTTP. Here source is anywhere. We have to select it. Here also we have to select anywhere. Scroll down. Click on save changes. Now I am enabling HTTP port. Without HTTP port, we can't get the result. We can't get the result. Now you try to refresh your browser. Refresh your browser. See that what result you are getting. You are getting Amazon Web Services. Means my launched Linux server make as web server. Make as web server. For that, we have to follow. Those are the steps we have to follow. Those are the steps we have to follow. See that. See that. Those are the steps we have to follow. Right? Right? Those are the steps we have to follow. How launched Linux server you make as a web server. You make as a web server. Sir, that is, it is the time taken process. At the time of launching the instant, my Linux server make as a web server. For that, we have to write the bootstrap script. Bootstrap script is nothing but it allows us to write and put a startup script while launching an EC2 instance so that it is executed the script automatically while launching the instant. While launching the instant. To explain this, I'm creating one more Linux server. See that. Click on launch instant. Quickly, I'm launching the instant. I'm giving the instant name is that is Linux 101. I'm operating system Amazon Linux I am chosen. Retire eligible one. Instant type is t2.micro. Key pair, the existing key pair I am using that is Linux server key. Scroll down. Network setting. Click on edit option. Default VPC. Subnet preference I am not given. Auto assign public IP that is enabled. The security group also that is I am creating the security group name is Linux 101 SG I am given. SG I am given. Copy the security group name and paste it in the description. Paste it in the description. Here inbound security rule. Here type is SSH. Port range is 22. Source type is anywhere. I am adding security group rule here also. We have to enable the HTTP. Here also we have to enable the HTTP. Click on add security group rule. Type we have to select it HTTP. Port range is 80. Source type we have to select it anywhere. Scroll down. You are launch the Linux server. Default it is providing 8 GB. Here in advanced details at the bottom one box is there. Here I am writing the bootstrap script. Bootstrap script I am written. This is the bootstrap script. Bootstrap script is nothing but the all the steps I am written in one by one. Whatever I am following the steps, I am following the commands, all are written in one by one. See that. I'll switch to the root user. I am updating the repository. I have to install HTTPD and then I'll move to the HTML directory and I am written simple index.html using the echo statement and then I'll start the HTTPD service and then. So those are written one by one. This script I am written here in the advanced details at the bottom I am written. Otherwise you have to choose the file also. No problem. And then click on launch instant. Click on launch instant. The instant is launched. See that? Just refresh the browser. What is the instant state? Pending. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Once the instant state is running, then my Linux server make as web server. That is the advantage using the bootstrap script. Here I mention the point. Here I mention the point. The script is execute. Bootstrap script is execute automatically as soon as the instant is launched. As soon as the instant is launched. While writing the bootstrap script. While writing the bootstrap script. See that, friends? What is the instant state? Running. And also while launching the instant, I enable the port is HTTP. Now I copy the public IPv4 and paste it in the new browser. See, we are getting the result or not. See that, see that we are getting the result. That is the advantage using the Bootstrap script. Using the Bootstrap script. So those are the steps we had to follow. How launched Linux server you make as a web server. You make as a web server. Fine. Now, one more concept is how your launched Windows server you make as a web server. You make as a web server. Fine. 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 Now, now, what I am doing is, what I am doing is, already I launched the Windows server. I launched the Windows server. How this Windows server you make as a web server. That is the first step is we had to launch and connect the Windows server. You have to launch and connect the Windows server. That's already I am done. That's already I am done. See that I am launch and connect the Windows server. Then to make as web server, you need to install IIS, Internet Information Services. That's we have to install it in your launched Windows server. In your launched Windows server. For that already I prepared the class material also. The Windows server, how you make as web server, how you make as web server. That's first we have to launch and connect your Windows machine. Already I done it. Now here in launched Windows machine, go to the start menu, go to the start menu, go to the service manager, click on service manager, wait, it's updating. See that you observe the cursor moment, one line is moving, that's updating. Wait, see here, the cursor moment, one line is moving, that's updated. See at the bottom, local server is there, all servers are there. It's updating, wait, it's updating, wait, it's updating, wait. Now we observe that the color is changed. Red color is changed. It is changing the color. It is changing the color. Fine, fine. Wait for one more minute. Wait for one more minute. Now it is adding one more, file and storage services. Fine. Now here to install IIS, you have to click on roles and future option is there. Click on next option. Click on next option. Click on next option. 3 times I am given next, next. Here web server IIS is there. You have to enable. Click on add feature. Click on next, 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 next. Here we have to install. We have to install. Web server IIS, it is installed. See that at the top it is showing the progress. It is showing the progress. It is in 0%. Now it is in 10%. Wait for one more minute. It is installed IIS. Web server is installed in your Windows server. Wait, wait. It is installed. It is installed. It's updating. See that installation is in progress. IIS is installed in your launched Windows server. This is a newly launched Windows server. No softwares are there, no packages are there. Now you are installing web server IIS. You are installed in the launched Windows server. See that it is in progress. Wait for few minutes. Wait for few minutes. Wait for few minutes. Yeah, it is installed IIS. Now you have to close this one. You have to close this one. That is You have to open the file explorer. Whenever you are installing IIS to the Windows machine, go to this PC, click on C drive, click on C drive. Here, whenever you are installing IIS, initpub folder is created. Click on that. Under www root folder is created, right? That is the two files are there. Two files are there. Now, my Windows machine make as a web server. Windows server make as a web server. How can you know that the web server or not? You have to select the Windows server, copy the public IP address. I'll send it in the chat box, friends. I'll send it in the chat box, public IPv4 for the Windows machine. You have to copy and paste it in the new browser. In the new browser. This is the public IPv4 for the Windows machine. You copy and paste it in the browser. Defaults are displayed. Wait, my Windows server make as web server, no doubt about it. I'm installing IIS. See, you have to copy and paste the IP address to the new browser. Send me your answer in the chat box. Send me your answer in the chat box. What result you are getting? What result you are getting? That is, see friends, this site cannot be reached. What is the reason behind that? I am launching the Windows server. I am installing IIS. Means my Windows server make as a web server. Make as a web server. See, I am not enabling the HTTP port for this Windows server. For this Windows server, at the launching time, I am given as the security group name is Windows Server ST. We have to enable the HTTP. How we are to enable the HTTP is here on left side of the EC2 service, scroll down under the network security groups option is there. Here, your security group name is Windows Server ST. Have to select it, scroll down. At the bottom, inbound rules option is there. Scroll down, click on edit inbound rule. Here only RDP is there, no HTTP. Click on add rule. Now we have to select HTTP. Port range is 80. Source is anywhere we have to select it. Source is anywhere we have to select it. Click on save option. Now I enable HTTP on the security group. On the security group. Now we have to refresh the browser. Now you are getting the default. Default it is displayed. Default it is displayed. I need the custom index.html file. That's I am creating the simple HTML file I am creating. That is welcome to AWS. Welcome to AWS. I'll end the HTML. H1 tag I'm ending. I'll save this one. I'll save this one in my desktop. In my desktop, the file name, major file name is index.html. In any web application, the major file name is index.html. We have to save this as all files. Click on save option. Now, see that in my local laptop, when I am running this index.html, it is showing welcome to AWS. Welcome to AWS. Now, what I am doing is I transferred this index.html in the real time, not this index.html. Your application is there. The common file name is index.html. That's why I am creating simple index.html. I am creating this index.html. I can transfer my laptop to launch the Windows server. Where I am transferred is here in this PC, in C drive, in initpub folder, under www root folder is there. Those default files I am removing. My index.html file I am transferred. I am transferred. Fine, fine. Now we have to refresh your browser. For the web server public IP address, we have to refresh it. Then you are getting welcome to AWS. You are getting welcome to AWS you are getting. But in the real time, we have to develop your web application. For the web, any web application, the major file name is index.html. Along index.html, we have to transfer the files to the web server. It may be the Linux or it may be the Windows server. and then your application is deployed into the cloud environment. When you copy and paste it, the browser, the public IP address for the server, then you are getting the result. You are getting the result. Those are the steps we have to follow. How launched Windows Server you make as a web server, right? So today's session, we are discussing the basics of cloud computing, how we are to create AWS free tier account, how to launch the Windows server, how to launch the Linux server, how to transfer files from local system to launch Linux server, how to transfer files from local system to launch Windows server, how Linux server you make as web server, how Windows server you make as web server. Right, right, all right. Now, friends, after completion of your practice, whatever your practice, all those things we have to terminate it. Just for practicing purpose, you are doing that one. When you join the industry, sir, server is terminated in the companies. No, no, the server never terminates in the industry or an organization. The server is running 24 by 7, 365 days it is running. When they terminate the server, then the entire data is lost. That's why in industry, they never terminate, they never stop the instant. It's working 24 by 7. Why, sir, you are saying you have to terminate the instant is you are not terminating or you are not stopping the instant, then you are getting bill from the AWS, you need to pay the amount. You are holding the IP address. That's why you are getting the bill. So that you have to stop the instant or you have to terminate the instant. Sir, what is the difference between stop the instant and terminate the instant? See that you have to select the instant. Here instant state is there, stop instant option is there. Click on stop instant. Stopping the instant is nothing but like shutdowning your laptop, shutdowning your desktop. After 1 hour or the next day, you want to start the instant, that is Linux server, we can start it. No need to follow the steps, no need to install the softwares. Just you have to select the instant, go for instant state, start instant, we have to click on. Now it is starting the instant. Just refresh the browser. What is the instant state? Pending. Wait for 1 minute. Once the instant state is running, then this server can be connected. This server can be connected. Suppose when you are selecting the instant, go for the instant state, terminate the instant, then that instant is terminated from the Mumbai region permanently. On the next day, you are launch and connecting, then we have to follow step by step. What I am suggesting is after completion of your practice, we have to terminate it. Then only your practice is perfect. First, it is shutdowning and then terminate it from the Mumbai region. Mumbai region. See, in the beginning, when you are observing the Mumbai region EC2 dashboard, how many instances are running? Zero. How many keypads are there? Zero. How many volumes are there? Zero. Now see that how many instances are running? Two instances are running. The two instances are, one is Linux server, second one is Linux 101 server. This is shut down. This is terminated. That's why the running instances are keypads. You are created two keypads, right? Now you have to terminate all the instances, select the instances, and then go for the instant state, terminate the instant. Click on terminate option. First it is shutdowning and then terminated. Now we observe the EC2 dashboard in the Mumbai region, refreshing the browser. How many instances are running? Zero. Three instances are there. After half an hour or 1 hour, then in the Mumbai region data center, all are terminated. See, in this session, you are creating the key page. Remember, friends, for key page and the security groups, AWS will not be charged. If you want to practice how we can delete it, then go for the key page, select the key page, and then go for action, delete. Here we have to type it, delete. Click on delete option. The security key pages are deleted. Then go to the dashboard, click on security groups. Those are the security groups I am created. Those are the security groups. You are created security groups. We have to select it. Go for action. Delete security group. Here we have to type it, delete. Click on delete option. Security group is deleted. Now go to the EC2 dashboard. Just refresh the browser. How many security groups are there? One, that's the default security. How many volumes are there? Zero, right? That's about today's session. In today's session, we have completed those things. Friends, tomorrow also I'm taking the session. On tomorrow's session, I have to explain how we have to create bucket, how to upload objects, how we are applying the versioning feature, how we have to apply the replication feature. On the tomorrow session we have to discuss, right? Right. If anyone have any questions,